Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Boys, are you ready? Good evening. Welcome to the Aero Club of Northern California's 36th annual Crystal Eagle Awards dinner. Woo! Okay. So as you all are finding your seat, introduce myself. My name is Eric Peterson. I am the president of the Aero Club of Northern California and once again the master of ceremonies for this evening's event. Unfortunately, you're stuck with me again. This is the third time in a row I've done this. But there's hope because the president position is a 2-year position and the election should be coming up very soon, which means that next year you'll have some other president up here to handle this for you. And I realize that elections might be a dirty word to some of you people right now. I don't know about you, but I got enough mailers in the mail that I can keep the house warm by burning them all winter long in the fireplace. But that does bring me to a very important sales pitch for the evening, which is we do still have open board positions. You know, if you're interested in helping operate this organization, by all means, come see me or one of the board members, which we'll introduce shortly. As is tradition, we're going to start the evening with the Pledge of Allegiance. And to perform the pledge, we are going to have young men from Boy Scout Troop 170 in San Jose, California. Dylan, would you like to come forward?
Please rise. Color guard, attention. Color guard, advance. Color guard, post the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Color guard, reform ranks. Color guard dismissed. Please remain standing.
So this is a point where we like to recognize all aviators that have gone west. So please raise the glass to your west, which is over this direction. And remember all remember all aviators that have gone west. I would especially like to recognize a close friend of mine, a guy by the name of Todd McNamee, who was the director for Ventura County Airport, private pilot, very good friend, and his passing was just a week ago. Moment of silence, please. Thank you. Now you may be seated. So many of you have heard this before, but I'll tell you again, the Aero Club of Northern California is one of 6 affiliates of the National Aeronautics Association, or NAA. And NAA is the nation's keeper of all aviation records and the first issuer of pilot's licenses. In fact, we have a special guest here tonight, Mr. Greg Principato, and his wife Ann are here. Greg is the CEO and president of the NAA, and he's here to tell us a little bit about the national organization and also to issue a couple of awards later this evening. Tonight is the 36th annual Crystal Eagle Dinner. Our first awardee was General Jimmy Doolittle back in 1983. Since that time, we've presented the awards to astronauts, fighter pilots, aircraft designers, airshow pilots, test pilots, skydivers, and record breakers of all sorts. In fact, page 7 of our program lists all past recipients, and it is a veritable who's who in the world of aviation. I think it's important to point out that the dinner of our acclaimed safety seminar and the various luncheons and tours are only possible due to the dedication and hard work of our board. And I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce them to you. But before I do that, I'd like to remind you, we do have an open seat. This past year, we have begun using video conferencing, so you don't need to brave the traffic if you want to participate. All you need is a computer with a mic and a camera, and you too can be in the room for our monthly meeting and contribute to the operations of this fine organization. Now, if you'd like to get involved, I could introduce you next year, just as I'm about to do for our two newest board members. Would Michelle Tripp and Marty Blaker please come forward? So Michelle is a recent San Jose State grad and a past Aero Club scholarship recipient, come on up, who moved off to conquer the world and then realized she liked it back here. Or at least that's kind of the short and sweet of it. She's working on, you're working on your master's, right? Working on her master's at San Jose and will help us coordinate with the San Jose State students. Marty, come on up here. Marty heeded the call last year when I made this notice and has been a tremendous help. Among other things, he has been investigating better ways to utilize the technology, our website, to communicate with you and the rest of the world at large. Because he tends to live a little further north than a lot of the board members, he has made use of that technology to participate remotely. And I have their brand new name badges for him. So these were board approved. It's really exciting stuff. So Michelle, there you go. Yeah, come right over here. Come right over here. It's picture time. Come right over. You got it? There you go. Don't go anywhere. So as they stand here and bask in your loving glow, I will ask each of the other board members to stand as I call their names and to remain standing until Simon says to sit down. That way you all know who to head over to so you too can volunteer. It only takes 2 hours a month, honest. Now, I know you all have favorites, as I certainly do, but again, I ask that you hold your applause until everybody is standing and we can applaud for them all at the same time. So, Walt Geiger, would you please stand? Walt is the vice president and jack of all trades, including managing the catering for this lovely event. AJ Barada, where are you? In the very back over there, AJ is our treasurer and manages all the money. Rick Wilson with 2 L's. Where are you, Mr. 2 L's? He's also in the back, hiding back there. He's our secretary. Did Max make it this year? I didn't see him. Max? Oh, he's in Australia? So Max is not joining us this evening, but Ron Blake is. Ron, would you please stand up? Ron is the silent auction and wine connection. Scott Yelich. All right, Scott is always very helpful with scholarships and name badges and the display boards out there. Ray Hutchings, please stand. Ray is over there supervising the AV. You know, when it's your son that's doing it, you can crack the whip really hard. Frank Sweeney, would you mind standing? Or raise your hand, that's fine. Frank is sitting right up here in the front. Frank Sweeney is our newsletter editor and photographer. And then Sharon Sweeney, would you mind standing? Sharon is Frank's better half, and I do mean his better half. And she handles name badges and centerpieces. Actually, I had name badges on there from last year, I'm sorry. Michelle did the name badges this year. Sharon did a wonderful job on the centerpieces. You want to have it? Yeah. And Anita, where are you, Anita? Yeah, Anita's standing. So Anita's in the middle back there. She did registration for the event this year. Marty Blaker, of course, who's standing up here. Francesca Favreau. Where are you? Francesca's standing back there. She's all things scholarship, a great connection with the university and a tremendous help. Jumps up and does whatever needs to be done. And then we have Michelle. And I don't mean it to sound that way, I'm sorry. And we have Michelle. All right, so thank you all. The board may now be seated. Yeah, help me. So, in addition to the Crystal Eagle recipients, we regularly honor a couple of local aviation individuals for their contribution to the art and science of flight. This evening, we will be honoring Pamela Sverdelin and Carl Mock with a special NAA Certificate of Merit for their local and nationwide influence in the world of aviation. Another of the prime directives of the club is to honor the up-and-coming aviation professionals, those students who are pursuing a career in aviation, and exemplify the traits of future aviation leaders. And tonight we get to do that through the award of 3 $2,000 scholarships. At this time, I would like for the scholarship recipients and the award presenters to start making their way up towards the front. These scholarships are not possible without your generous support. As you might imagine, the cost of this dinner goes up every year, and the ticket price that you pay barely covers that cost. It's through your generous donations and the purchases at the silent auction table back there that the Aero Club is able to continue this legacy. So while we break for dinner, please take a look at this silent auction table in the back. It will close shortly after dinner is cleared, so don't waste any time. And as the scholarship awardees come forward, one of the things I want to point out is that our Crystal Eagle awardee this evening also brought a gift. In addition to the $2,000, he brought 3 of his books to issue to each one of the scholarship recipients. I thought that was a very nice thing to do, and we will be handing those out to the recipients this afternoon. All right, and with that, we're issuing them a little differently this year. We're having 3 past scholarship recipients do the awards. And with that, I'll invite Pamela Sverdelin up to start.
Good evening. It is a privilege and an honor to be here tonight. I am one of the past recipients of the 2007 Aero Club of Northern California John C. Phelan Scholarship, and I am proud to be here as a past recipient. I am currently the Airport Operations Supervisor for Hayward Executive Airport. My journey took me from San Jose State to where I am now, and for that I am eternally grateful. It is my honor tonight to award the James M. Nelson Scholarship. If you want to know more about him, he is in your program. But one of the main things that I think is important is that he is the first airport manager for San Jose International Airport, and he was there for 29 years before he retired. This man literally paved the runway for many aviators to join the industry, and he developed the San Jose Airport into what it is today. I want to present this scholarship to Angel Marvelous. Angel came from a single-parent household. He is the first of his Hispanic family to achieve a college education. He has an overall passion for aviation and a desire to inspire others to become part of the aviation industry. Congratulations, Angel Marvelous.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Michelle Tripp. I was the 2016 winner of the Robert L. Hamilton Scholarship. Currently, I'm getting a master's degree at San Jose State, and right now I'm working in airfield operations at San Francisco International Airport. It gives me a great pleasure to introduce Matt Steele as the 2018 recipient of this scholarship. Not only does Matt have a love for aviation, but he loves to share it with others, and that's something that I'm really excited about when presenting this scholarship. He recently completed officer candidate school for the Marines, and he'll be commissioned in May. And yeah, let's give him a hand for that. That's pretty great. Yeah. And along with being a full-time student at San Jose State University, studying aviation, he also spends his free time volunteering with Angel Flight West as an Earth Angel, which handles the ground transportations and for the participants of that activity. He also volunteers as a mission assistant, which is the co-pilot for the volunteer pilots. And he basically loves to help others. So let's give Matt Steele a round of applause again this year.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Richard Bandy. I was a 2016 scholarship recipient for the Thomas E. Leonard Scholarship, and currently I work as an operations specialist at San Jose Mineta, and I'm very honored to be here once again to present a scholarship recipient. This is Trevor Meads. He's from Santa Rosa, California. He's a transfer student to San Jose State and plans on graduating fall 19 with a degree in professional flight. He has roughly 55 hours and he's preparing for his private pilot check ride soon. He's an outdoor enthusiast and also while going to San Jose State, working towards his private pilot certificate, he is working towards an A&P certificate at NorCal Aviation at Reed Hillview. So let's give Trevor Meads a hand and congratulating him with the Thomas E. Leonard Scholarship.
All right, one more round of applause for those wonderful young individuals. Now, I hope by now you've all started your salads. Dinner is coming very, very quickly. Albert Einstein is quoted with saying that light travels faster than sound. That is why people appear bright until you hear them speak. I think I'll sit down. Enjoy your dinner.